As of now, let me discuss first the Zoroastrianism. According to Almat Hinzi in his blog on 2019, Zoroastrianism is one of the world's oldest active religions. It traces its origins to ancient Iran and Central Asia and to the prophet Zoroaster or Zarathustra, with roots dating back to the 3rd millennium BC. Now, let us know the teachings or doctrines of Zoroastrianism. As stated by Usmin in his content on 2019, Avesta, also called Zend-Avesta, is a sacred book of Zoroastrianism containing its cosmogony, law, and liturgy, the teachings of the prophet Zarathustra. It is composed of an ancient Iranian language and is made up of different texts, most of which are recited in the Zoroastrian rituals, some of them by priests only, others by both priests and lay people. Zoroastrians' place of worship is known as Fire Temple. Zoroaster placed less emphasis on ritual worship. Instead, it focused on the central ethics of good works, good thoughts, and good deeds. And fire is seen as the supreme symbol of purity, and sacred fires are maintained in fire temples. In terms of its leaders, Zoroastrians believe that the religion was revealed by their supreme god called Ahura Mazda or Wise Lord, to a priest called Zarathustra or Zoroaster as the Greeks called him. Zarathustra is held to be the founder of the religion, and his followers call themselves Zoroastrians. Central to Zoroastrianism is a profound dichotomy between good and evil and the idea that the world was created by God Ahura Mazda in order that the two forces could engage with one another and the evil one will be incapacitated. With this is a belief in an afterlife that is determined by the choices people make while on earth, the final and definitive defeat of evil at the end of the time and the restoration of the world to its once perfect state. Everything that Ahura Mazda created is considered pure and wholly good and should be treated with love and respect, including the natural environment.
The origin of Hinduism. According to Warnock in his content published on History.com, Hinduism is the world's oldest religion, according to many scholars, with roots and customs dating back more than 40,000 years. Today, with about 900 million followers, Hinduism is the third largest religion behind Christianity and Islam. Roughly 95% of the world's Hindus live in India. Hinduism has no founder. It developed out of Brahmanism. Who's the leader of Hinduism? Swamis fulfill an essential role in Hindu society and serve as the spiritual and religious leader and minister of his or her Hindu temple or organization. A Swami is a spiritual teacher, guru, or master whose objective is to master the self through renunciation, which includes setting aside temporal and secular ambitions to pursue a life of spiritual realization. The teaching or doctrine of Hinduism. Hinduism embraces many religious ideas. For this reason, it's sometimes referred to as a way of life or a family of religions as opposed to a single, organized religion. Most forms of Hinduism are henotheistic, which means they worship a single deity, known as Brahman, but still recognize other gods and goddesses. Followers believe there are multiple paths to reaching their god. Hindus believe in the doctrines of samsara, the continual cycle of life, death, and reincarnation, and karma, the universal law of cause and effect. One of the key thoughts of Hinduism is Atman, or the belief in soul. This philosophy holds that living creatures have a soul, and they're all part of the Supreme Soul. The goal is to achieve moksha, or salvation, which ends the cycle of rebirths to become part of the Absolute Soul. Did you also know that Hindus revere all living creatures and consider the cow a sacred animal? Food is an important part of life for Hindus as well. Most don't eat beef or pork, and many are vegetarians. Hindus can also worship at home, and many have a special shrine dedicated to certain gods and goddesses. The giving of offerings is an important part of Hindu worship. It's a common practice to present gifts, such as flowers or oils, to a god or goddess, about how Hinduism view good and bad. According to JRMV, in Hinduism, all selfish intentions are evil, and all selfless intentions are good. If you selflessly serving others and God, you are on the righteous path or dharma. And if you are selfishly living yourself and serving your own interests, you are on the sinful path or adharma. Good actions leads to liberation, peace, and happiness, while evil actions can lead to suffering, rebirth, a reversal of fortune, and in severe cases, a certain downfall into a darker and sunless world or hells. According to BBC, because of the law of karma and as understood as the law of cause and effect. Most Hindus believe that much of the sufferings they endure is a result of their own actions. Those who deliberately hurt others or harm the earth will face karmic consequences.
According to Britannica website, Tenzin Gyatso is the 14th Dalai Lama of Tibetan Buddhism. Dalai Lama is a title given by the Tibetan people to the foremost spiritual leader of the Gelug or Yellow Hat school of Tibetan Buddhism. He was born on July 6, 1935 to a farming family in a small hamlet located in Taksar, Amdo, northeastern Tibet. He is also the one who first became a global figure, largely for his advocacy of Buddhism and of the rights of the people of Tibet. Despite his fame, he dispensed with much of the pomp surrounding his office, describing himself as a simple Buddhist monk. According to BBC Online Bite-Size, Buddhists do not believe that human beings are evil, but they generally accept that humans create suffering through their greed, anger, and ignorance.
Sikhism. Sikhism was born in Punjab area of South Asia, which now present-day of India and Pakistan. The Sikh faith began around 1500 Common Era. In line with the study of MacLeod in 1987, when Guru Nanak began teaching a faith that was quite distinct from Hinduism and Islam. The Punjabi word Sikh, which is learner, and all Sikhs are disciples of the Guru, and Guru is a spiritual guide or teacher. In the study of William H. in 2022, Adi Granth, or in Punjabi, first book is their sacred scripture. Gurdwara is the place where they worship, or Sikh temple. Shoes are removed before they enter, and people cover their heads. Everyone sitting at the floor together, reciting verses from the Holy Scripture. Music plays a very prominent part in Sikh service, and this is called Kirtan. The sermon of the day called Hukum, and that is the order of the day. Guru is one who brings light into the darkness, or in other words, the one who enlightens. On the other hand, there are 10 Sikhs Guru as stated by A.S. Parliament in 2017, and the dates of their reigns are Guru Nanak on 1469 to 1539, Guru Angad on 1504 to 1552, Guru Amar Das on 1479 to 1574, Guru Ramdas on 1534 to 1581, Guru Arjan on 1563 to 1604, Guru Hargobind on 1595 to 1644, Guru Harai on 1630 to 1661, Guru Harkrishan on 1656 to 1664, Guru Tegh Bahadur on 1621 to 1674, Guru Gobind Singh on 1666 to 1704. Sikhism advocates equality, social justice, service to humanity, and tolerance for other religion. Worship one God, treat everyone equally, live with the three primary principles, avoid the 5 sins of ego, such as pride, lust, greed, anger, and attachment. Become baptized, keep the code of honor, wear the 5 articles of faith, follow the 4 commandments, recite the 5 daily prayers, and take part in fellowship.
Taoism. According to the World History Encyclopedia, Taoism is a Chinese philosophy attributed to Lao Tzu, which developed from the folk religion of the people and became the official religion of the country under the Tang Dynasty. According to Patheos, Lao Tzu wrote Tao Te Ching or Tao Te Ching, and that is passed down to Chinese philosophical schools. However, a lot of scholars regard Zhang Taoling as the true founder of Taoism. His movement lasted centuries and continues today in Taiwan, with a leader as a descendant of Zhang Taoling. Universal Society of the Integral Way classified 2 types of Taoism: the philosophical Taoism and religious Taoism. Chinese Consumer Market of 2009, the way of Taoism is sequenced: 1. Universal principle, 2. Yin-Yang, 3. Yin-Yang under unity, and followed by myriad creatures. The Tao Te Ching book have no formal set of practices for Taoists. It only leaves room for interpretation and inspiration by an individual or group of becoming with Tao. Taoism, however, has a supposed set of doctrine and its core beliefs in areas eternality, principle of Wu Wei, moral wisdom, harmony between human beings and nature, and immortality. These doctrines are vital to achieve the goal of Taoism, becoming one with the Tao and living a life in harmony with the way of nature in order to live healthy and experience less sufferance. According to Solutions Enlightenment 2018, Yin and Yang, the good and the bad, Taoism believes in good and evil are highly dependent on the perceived versus actual truth. In reality, they don't hold any definite position against good or evil. Rather, they believe in the interdependence of the 2 realities. This is symbolized in the Tai Chi, more commonly referred to as the Yin-Yang symbol. All the actions have some good, Yang, and some evil, Yin, aspect to which needs to be balanced as per Tao.